Daily Broadside Day 471. Buddy called me the other day and said, hey, I got a couple extra tickets to the Bare Naked Ladies opening act, Dimitri and Five for Fighting. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to that. And I don't dislike Bare Naked Ladies. I think they're actually kind of talented. I've just never really listened to it. But then I put on some music this morning to see how many songs I knew. I knew like 7 or 8 of those songs. I didn't know they had that many singles, but nor did I know that they wrote The Big Bang Theory, because I don't watch that show. I appreciate the intelligence it takes to write a show like that, but it's just not funny. It's stupid, really. My apologies if you like it. But so I was listening to Five for Fighting. I'm only a bird, I'm only a plane. That's gonna be a hard no for me. That's gonna be a rough hour right there. And then the Dimitri thing, it's cool music, but it sounds like they're trying to rip off Morrissey. Anyway, we'll make it through. It'll be all right. You know, when you list the greatest movie quotes of all time, invariably the Treasure of the Sierra Madre with Humphrey Bogart, just like Bogey and Bacall, you know, it comes up because it's got the line where they're like, timber, the tree went down. They, we don't need no stinking badges, right? And that's always listed as one of the most popular lines in all of moviedom, but I don't know anybody who's ever seen that movie. All right, I think it came out in like 47, 48, somewhere around in there. No one I know has ever seen that movie, yet it keeps getting repeated as this popular line and all. And a little known fact also, Humphrey Bogart was in the original Rat Pack. We think of the Rat Pack as the 60s of Joey Bishop and that British dude Lawford and Sinatra and Dean Martin and little Sammy Davis Jr., little cute little 5'2" guy, right? But really it started before with like Errol Flynn and Bogart, and they would hang out with Bogart at his house and everything. Well, a lot of people don't know that. So I was listening to somebody talk on the phone the other day, and they were talking to their child, and they said they were talking about one of their child's friends, and they're like, oh, what happened to him? Why did he not get to do whatever it was they were doing? And then they were like, what? He's got gingivitis and plantar fasciitis? And I was like, damn, that's a rough week. And you don't just get gingivitis, I don't think. I think that's like years and years of decay and not taking care of yourself. That was like, oh, you got Crohn's disease and a deviated septum. That's an odd pairing of maladies. I'm sure he's having just a fine week, because they say that plantar fasciitis is quite painful. And anybody that puts their hand up to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then get somebody to take a picture of them like they're holding it from falling, I want you deported so fast. It's the same as those chicks that take pictures of wings on the sides of buildings, those wing murals that they stand next to, and live, laugh, love. You know, why are people so destined to? They just desire to be just like every single other person. It's crazy. It drives me nuts. But those Leaning Tower pieces, I just want the tower to just fall on them and crush them. And a little known fact, in case you don't know, and you should, because it becomes amusing at times, it's not difficult at all to find a quick Google search and figure out how you get into the intercom system at all of these major stores, the Targets, the Walmarts, the Lowe's, the Home Depot, and then you can just get on the phone and say whatever you want. Little tip from me to you. Hey, giddy.